2011 Toyota Camry. So this one came in non-cooling, did a visual just with a flashlight. Everything looks clean. Engine's running, AC's on. The caps are clean. I don't see no evidence of UV light. I use my dye. Nobody put UV light on here. I could see the refrigerant inside the tube when I shake it a little bit. So I know there's refrigerant in there. And this is a variable displacement compressor, and it is clutchless. There's no clutch on there. This is constantly spinning. So it's spinning, and I know there's liquid, but there's no movement. So let's hook on. So I just did a recovery on the last one. I have everything shut off right now, so it's closed off. So let's see what our pressures are. So we know we will have pressure because there's liquid refrigerant in there, and the liquid refrigerant pressure will be whatever the ambient is, but not the ambient out here at 70 degrees. The ambient of the interior of the car and the engine, because it's the engine compartment that heats up all the metal components. So if you follow that PT chart, pressure temperature difference of refrigerant, and if the vehicle was sitting overnight and it was 40 degrees, you would have roughly 40 psi of pressure. But if your vehicle was running and it was hot inside, hot engine compartment, and outside is 70 degrees, but the interior of the car is 100, and the interior of the engine compartment is over 100, you might have close to 100 psi just sitting there at idle. It all depends on the temperature of the refrigerant, not what's temperature out here. There's a difference between a running engine and an engine that's just idle sitting there. Okay, so I'm down, I'm off. Now let's close this and let's see what a reading is. There we go. 100 psi, 108 actually. So, and I'm suspecting we're going to see nearly 108 on this side too, or really close to. If that one's closed. Oh, we got some difference. Actually, it's more than that's just holding pressure, because there is nothing flowing here. There's no flow. So that is just the shut off of the difference of the pressure of the expansion valve located right there. That's the shut off pressure of the expansion valve, keeping the high side on one side, the low side on the other side. That's all that is. That is not motion being created by the engine running, spinning the compressor as far as I could see. So, and to prove that, let's shut off the engine. Okay, so now the engine's not spinning, the compressor is not spinning, and we still have the same pressures. And we could prove that because on this one, it did have a sight glass, and this is where the sight glass is a diagnostic tool. You can literally just see the liquid refrigerant sitting down there. So now, you look for loose wires coming out of the compressor, because that signal to the valve that controls displacement seems like it's in its neutral position. It's not getting a signal to change. If it is getting a signal to change, then the valve is probably bad, not passing the signal, turning it into a mechanical motion of opening up ports or pushing or doing whatever it needs to do on this one to make this displacement change, and then we would see a difference happening. We'd see flow. That's not happening. So it's easier. They got Toyota scanners here, and I'm at one of my favorite places that has all the fishers, but they're definitely way overqualified for working on Toyotas. They're super big in they were back in the days when Google had all the Priuses, and they were putting in those extra battery packs, extending them to 100, 150 mile, 125 mile extended range with Priuses. This was one of the shops that was doing that. And so this is not no slacker shop who is just coming into hybrid and electric vehicles. These are hybrids right here. And the fishers that you see out here, I've shown this shop before. So they're more than capable of working on a little Toyota. So I'm gonna cut the video right here off. I'm gonna have them wanna grab Toyota tech scan, throw it on here. Oh, never mind, they're going to lunch right now. They're gonna have to do this. I gotta run to my other shop. I'll let them know what's wrong. I'll probably do a quick discharge and recharge just to get it up 100% full, so they know they're at least starting there, and let them tell me whether or not, because my son is just like right on the other side of this hill right here, and I'm passing their shop every day. So if they tell me that the valve is bad in the back of the compressor and they're going to swap it out, I just come over and recover it. I mean, I'm already here, and if I recharge it, it's already recharged. No sweat off my back. I could do it so fast. I mean, this is, since I already have it charged up, hooked up to the tank and everything like that, I just turn the valves, suck it out in 5 minutes, blast it in 30 seconds, and I'm done. And so just a little extra makes no difference to me on time. And I'm backed up with work, so I got to get off and going, because these guys, they close at 12 o'clock noon. They go for lunch for an hour. They don't sweat. They're easy. They have easy lives. They don't rush. They take their breaks. They're not like these chickens with their head cut off you see in some shops, trying to chase that bonus and that spoof and everything like that, making mistakes in shops, and you know, making the employees work against each other to get work, and everybody tries to grab the gravy job. And you know, maybe there's different service managers, and one guy doesn't like somebody, so he gives him the trash work, and another guy gets baby fed premium easy high dollar work. And you know that environment, guys. Have you ever worked under that? If we've moved around, we've had that experience. We know how management and owners can actually make employees work against each other or work against the company to make a bonus. And in the end, it all becomes a money grab, and it makes our industry look bad, and bad things start happening in charging for products when those kind of deals start getting together, or mechanics get screwed over out of their wages. So that's another topic for another day, but you know where I'm going with that. So right now, this is a great shop I'm in, and if I was a young guy coming in, this would be one of the shops I would want to work in. So I'll see you guys off to the next one.